Welcome back to the Dax and Randy Show, the number one show for going through the ups and downs of life. Stay tuned. You're coming up next. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Dax and Randy Show. I'm glad to have you guys back here with us for episode 40. Episode 40 done. I can't believe it happened that fast, you know what I mean? But thank you for supporting us. But before we get into all that, got to introduce my co-host that's been here with me from the beginning of so many things. What's up, man?
Hi, I am Randy, the co-host of the Dex and Randy Show.
Episode 40 done. Can you
Episode
believe that?
40.
Crazy. Just like that. But before we get into all that, um, as always, what's up, man?
This episode and all episodes are sponsored by Basden Accounting. Basden spelled Basden Accounting, your number one firm for your accounting, advisory, payroll needs.
Hey, you do it nice and short and sweet. You know what I'm saying? I be dragging it out. You know what I mean? But yeah, make sure you follow us at Basin Accounting. You know what I mean? Check us out on our website, www.bassinaccounting.com. You know what I mean? And make sure that you tap in with us if you got a business. Thank you very much. Episode 40, right?
Yeah.
An idea that's turned into something that we love to do, but we're getting our message out there. But how do you feel about the fact that we're already 40 episodes in? How you
Feel
feel about
good.
that? You feel
I
good?
feel yeah, we did that.
For
We
real?
did that. I remember when it started out as just an idea.
Mm-hmm.
And we didn't know how we were going to um what's the word? Hold on. Not expedite. What's the word? Execute. I didn't know how we were going to execute the
I ain't.
process of getting it done, but now we on multiple podcast platforms
Mm-hmm.
and we're doing episode 40.
I know. Do you remember what it felt like? Well, actually, before I say that, I do remember the whole thing of us all the times we was talking about the fact that we got a message. You know what I mean? We feel like we're part of the minority a bit, and like how we still look at things. Like we have a lot of conservative views. Like we're Christians. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of the things that's out there, we don't necessarily follow the popularity and what a lot of people are doing. And like we had so many conversations before we even had this podcast, and then we finally was like, we're gonna do it. You know what I'm saying? And I remember setting up the podcast studio. You know what I mean? Changing our freaking, now we're sharing a closet and everything, and like painting it up, and like the whole experience, putting our pictures up of like your grandparents, my grandparents. You know what I'm saying? And then we sat down and did the first episode. We got somebody to help us launch the podcast. I don't remember her name, so forgive me on
Sammy.
that. Sammy was dope. Sammy taught us a lot
Mhm.
because we didn't know what we was doing. I was still like not necessarily knowing what we're doing, but we know we got something we want to say. But thank you to Sammy. You know what I mean? I don't know what her business is called. I want to show her love, but
I
Sammy,
don't think she's doing it anymore.
are you serious?
Mhm.
Well, well, I'm glad she was here with us. You know what I mean? But Sammy, thank you. You were the alley oop for us to get into podcasting. So thank you very much. We wish you the best in everything that you're doing. But she gave us our start, helped us get our first 5 or 7 episodes or something like
Mhm.
that out there. And we've been running ever since. You know what I'm saying? So that's
Yeah.
dope. But anyway, the Dax and Randy show, like we talk about the ups and downs of life, the ups and downs in our life, and we want to hear about the ups and downs in yours because, in all honesty, life is full of them things, and we try to keep it very real on our show. And in all honesty, a lot of people don't do that. A lot of people don't be honest about what's really happening in life. You go on social media, you see all the good, you see what's popular, you see what everybody's trying to do, but is that really who you are? Is that really how you feel? Is that really how you look at things? Maybe, maybe not. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of people do things to get that double tap, that like. And we just here because we just want to be ourselves. And I love that about you. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, I'm glad to have you back for episode 40. I'm had to spend the last week without you. You know what I mean? So where you been at? Let everybody know. We ain't gonna start over with that, but where you been at and how did everything go?
I have been in Jamaica on a girls trip for the last It was 5 days and 4 nights.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
How you felt on? So Randy don't be taking a whole lot of girls trips or anything
No.
like that, but Randy was in Jamaica.
Yeah. I was with
Tell
my
us about your trip.
sister,
Yeah.
my niece, and my daughter.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, yeah. It was nice. It was oh it
Yeah.
was
Tell
so
us.
nice.
Tell us about it. You know what I'm
The
saying?
resort was 5 star.
Mm-hmm.
The room was 5 star. We had to swim up suite. Um the food was really, I mean, it was so good. I ate very clean. And I
Mm-hmm.
think I've been frustrated a little bit since I got back too because of how clean I ate over there, and it was just seasoned so well. Like I didn't know that you could make fish taste like that. You know,
That's why you see I
it's
don't eat fish out here in the
yeah,
states.
I'm
Then I
just
can't. I
like
can't eat it. Then.
vegetables fresh. I mean, it's oh man, we had a good time. Excursions. Um, we went to the beach. The water felt good. The pools. There was multiple pools on the resort.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, we did karaoke. It was just a really nice getaway.
Right.
I never
Right.
been on anything like that before. Me and you've been to 5 star when we
Right.
went to Mexico.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
That
yeah,
was
yeah.
nice too.
But it was yeah, it was just it was a little different because you weren't there.
Mm-hmm.
So, and one thing that I did though on the plane to kind of like get my mindset prepared to be away from y'all, I didn't like listen to any music. I didn't get on any social media. I was just on the plane. I had my book and I had a window seat, and I
Mm-hmm.
was just like looking out the window, reading my book, just trying to like decompress. Cause sometimes it takes me a while. It'll take me a day to realize I'm on vacation and I can relax.
All the time.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So I
Mm-hmm.
was like, okay, let me relax now. So
Right.
I did
Right.
that on the plane over there. Yeah. I
What
was
kind of
reading.
So you did excursions over there? What kind of stuff you did?
We did a raft.
Yeah.
Uh it was that one was okay. It was relaxing, but I wasn't sure like what we were actually doing.
Mm-hmm.
They just showed pictures of people in a raft, and I was like, okay, yeah, we could do that. So we did we did that, and then we did this other thing where people roll you around the river.
Oh,
I guess you
okay.
could
Yeah.
consider
Yeah. Yeah.
that a raft. We did two raft experiences.
Right. Right.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
see you see any what like nature and all that, animals and all that,
I
or
didn't
was
see
it?
any animals, but I mean, nature, yeah,
Yeah.
lots of trees, different
Mm-hmm.
types of fruit trees. I saw when we were on a raft, he pointed out like different types of nests. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, met some really nice people.
Mm-hmm.
Jamaicans are so friendly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really felt welcome on the resort. Like they really liked us, and we tipped too.
Well, yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
that helps the
Oh
situation,
yeah,
of
yeah, yeah,
course,
for
you know what
sure.
I mean?
But even so, they just treated us so nicely,
Mm-hmm.
and they're like, "Come back, make sure you come back. You coming back next week?" It was really nice though.
I'm glad you had a good time, you know what
Yeah,
I'm
can't
saying?
wait to take y'all.
Hey, I can't wait to go. I ain't been to Jamaica, you know what I mean? But it's one of the places I always wanted to go. And I'm glad, you know what I mean, that you got to go with your sister and your niece and your daughter like that and had them type of memories for yourself because it's important like to do things as your own person, you know what I mean? And I don't think you do that enough. And I don't know if you felt that over there, but you got a lot of responsibilities. You know what I mean? You got to deal with me all the time. You know what I mean? But you got your wife, you got 4 kids. You know what I mean? You're running 2 businesses. And most of the time, your social life is an aspect of your family and being involved. And
Yeah.
that's us. You know what I'm saying? So to see you posting pictures and, you know what I mean, sending me little things and stuff like that, and you was out there with your girls, like, that was kind of dope. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
I'm glad you enjoyed it. Anything else about Jamaica that you would want somebody to know that ain't not been there and that might be thinking about going to Jamaica? Like,
Don't be afraid. Like there is a travel advisory
right,
asking us
right.
not to go, but it's not like that.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like that at all.
Yeah.
And I will say that I did see something that really changed my life, which was on the way to the resort. The resort was probably like a 40-minute drive from the airport, and I saw the way that some of the people were living,
Mm.
and it just I couldn't believe it. And I've seen stuff online, maybe on TV, but
It in person,
to see it
different.
in person,
Yeah.
like people like really living in shacks. And
Crazy.
I was just like, I didn't even realize what was going on, to be honest with you. We were riding up to the resort, and I'm like, why do they have all this trash on the side of the road? Like, what is all these? Like, it looked like structures and stuff.
Mm,
It took a minute to register, but then the more I looked, I would see like clothes hanging outside. I would see cars parked outside. Then I would see, people. I'm like, wait a minute,
mm-hmm.
people, people are living here.
Yeah.
So it just I think that changed me. I was like, Lord, I'm grateful for everything that I have. So,
That's what's up, man.
yeah, yeah.
That's what's up. That's probably I know seeing it in real life is always different than something you see online. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? But a lot of people in the current situation, you don't know how somebody else has got it. You know what I mean? You don't know how somebody else is living. And it doesn't mean that you may not complain about your own situation, but sometimes you do need to see somebody else's situation to have that right level of gratitude about your own thing. You know what I'm saying? You
Mhm.
showed me a couple pictures and videos, and we're blessed. And it's a
Mhm.
lot of people that's blessed, you know what I'm saying? But we're really blessed, and I know we're trying to do so many things, and trying to grow and all of that, but at the same time, like God's took care of us through a lot of things. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? And we should be, and I know one thing that hopefully you feel the same way, but as we look to grow and get bigger and blow, and we want our podcast to blow and all of that, like we got to take these experiences and be able to bless other people. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And that's one thing that I do love about you. We may not be rich or anything like that, but we're always looking to do something for somebody else. So I love that you came back. You brought this super high proof rum back. That's like the strongest rum. Look, look, look. This is the strongest rum you ever had in your life, done. You know what I'm saying? I put a little bit in a cup with some juice. It was like some guava mango juice. And I'm sitting there like, this ain't enough.
Right.
Like, this is not enough. I need to put like three different juices, some simple syrup, some sour mix, or something. Like, this thing is so strong. It's just cutting through the juice like it's water, like it's not even there. You know what I'm saying? But when we went to Chicago, you're bringing back popcorn for people and gifts, and you're bringing back shirts for me. And our daughter's the same way. She's bringing back shirt for me, shirt for her daddy. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I like that you're that type of person that's always looking to give. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Um, so I love that about you.
Well,
You know
thank
what I mean? I
you.
hope we continue to do that, because one thing I want y'all to listen, like, it's okay to bless somebody else. You don't gotta have a whole lot of extra money to do it. You don't gotta have it, like, it's okay to share the little bit what you have. Like, that's the sacrifice. You know what I mean? And anytime we share something with somebody, it actually is a sacrifice, because we ain't rich
Yeah.
at all. You know what I'm
But
saying?
that's why it's so important to tip on those resorts too, because it's
Yeah.
all inclusive. You don't have to,
Right. But you do
but
that. You
you
got me in the tipping big when I
yeah, you
met you.
really need to.
Yeah.
You really should, like,
Hmm.
because you just don't know. You don't know people's circumstances, and I do know, like, just based on the industry, they're not being paid a whole lot.
Right. The service industry.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Period. Yeah.
Period. And there's a lot of people out there that work in the service industry. We appreciate y'all. You know what I'm saying? Cooks, waitresses, you know what I mean? People that's driving you in your Uber or your taxi or whatever the case may be. You pull up to a resort, somebody's trying to make sure your towels are they're fresh for you. You know what I mean? Cleaning up your room and all that. These are people that are all part of creating the experience for you. Reward them, like tip them well. You know what I'm saying? Because we all had the negative experiences. We know what it's like to go to a restaurant that's got super bomb food, but the waitress is terrible that night, or the service is terrible that night, or they don't put you at a good table, or they bring your appetizer and your food all at the same time. Like, we know what it's like. Like, it don't sometimes matter how good the product is. The service is just as important
Yeah.
for you to be able to enjoy it. We always appreciate good service. I didn't tip the way I tip now since I met you, but you kind of opened my eyes to like the service part of things and how important that is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But But now I'm glad you're back. You
How
know what I
how how
mean?
did you
I
do?
knew you. I know. I'm glad you're back. Hey, look. So the other side of it, if Randy's on a girls trip, you know what I mean, to my fellas, to my husbands, or just fathers in general, you ain't got to be married or whatever. But yeah, got the kids. You know what I'm saying? So I got a crash course experience of being, I guess, a single father for 5 years. And it was a lot to it. You know what I'm saying? I want to talk about this because, first of all, I appreciate you, everything that you do. Um, you are a work from home mother because you run our businesses and you do that full time. But everything that you do that's not based in accounting or related to the Dexter Randy show or Quiet Money Corp, like that's work. So don't ever leave, especially this episode. Don't leave this episode not knowing that everything that you do to make this house run is a job done. Cause I had to do that job while you was gone. And it's not hard, it's not easy, right? So first off, I got three boys in the house. Cause the thing is our daughter was with you. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, our daughter was with you. So I had no default help in the house, just me, my 11-year-old, my 7-year-old, and my 2-year-old. We're just trying to make it happen. Well, it's summertime, you know what I'm saying? So everybody's in camp or daycare. So I gotta get them there. You know what I'm saying? Then on top of that, so I gotta get my kids to camp in the morning. Then one of them has to get picked up by 11. You know what I'm saying? One day, one of them had piano at like 10. I'm still got a full time job. Then I gotta pick up the youngest one by 5. I can't leave kids in the house by themselves. That's underage. So where when do I get my work done? That was like the main thing. Like it's like I couldn't really work the way I wanted to. Because as soon as I, and you say this all the time, but as soon as I drop one kid off and then I come home and I sit down, I'm like, all right, I'm gonna start getting in the computer. 30 minutes later, I'm gonna leave and go pick the other one up. Then we'll all gotta come home. So what happens when I come home 11:30 and I'm like, all right, my day is finally gonna start.
They're hungry.
Exactly. What's for lunch? Everybody's like, I'm hungry. Da, da, da. Daddy, can you do this? Can you do that? And then before you know it, it's early afternoon. All right. So then I got a nice little 2 hour block of work done. I tell them, leave me alone. But then all of a sudden, I got to turn and pick up the youngest one, and the day is over.
You gotta leave at 4 to
The
get
day
there
is
by 5.
over. So like it sounds crazy, but I'm got an 8 9 hour block of time, and I could literally work for like 2.5 hours. And that's something that you've been trying to tell me. I experienced it. Like, how do you get work done? It's like almost impossible. It's almost impossible. So I'm sitting here every day, and forget just dropping them off. I'm gotta get out the door first. So I got a 2-year-old. I got to get him up, get his pump, change his pull up and everything. Make sure that his face is straight. Make sure he ain't got crust in his eyes, crust in his nose. You know what I mean? Make sure that he gets a little juice or something before I leave. You know what I mean? Try to brush his teeth or whatever. Make sure he's good. All right, cool. Then I got a 7-year-old that don't want to get up. You know what I mean? Probably ain't showered the night before, does never gets his own clothes on his own, wants me to dress him. Of course, you're going to his own super baby time. You know what I'm saying? Then I got an 11-year-old that wants to go outside and play with the ball even before camp, wants to shoot basketball in the house. My 7-year-old wants to play the piano a little bit before we leave. My 2-year-old is sitting there throwing every toy that he gets downstairs. He's throwing it all over the place. And this is all happening before we leave the door every day. You know what I'm saying? So it was a lot. I ain't gonna lie, it was a lot. And but the positive side though, honestly, was when after all of this, and I get them all home in the evening time, we're all together. You know what I'm saying? And they spent every night in my bed. We all slept in the same bed every night. Besides the little one, he slept in his crib. You know what I'm saying? But I could see how much they loved it, and
Mhm.
I got to spend time with them in a different kind of way because it was just us. You know what I'm saying? I took them to the diner a couple times, took them out to eat in the evening, but it was just us. You know what I'm saying? And I was sitting there at certain moments, and an even moment you got back, and I was like, a lot of people had this experience where they're like single fathers. They're not with the mama. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad that that ain't me. And I got love for everybody out there that's doing this thing as a single parent. Because sometimes, a lot of times, the relationship with the mother, father doesn't work out. But it's hard, man. And I was like, my partner's not here. I'm sitting here by myself. And I started thinking, like, what would it be like if it was dead as night to have the kids? I was like, that really sucks. You know what I'm saying? That really sucks for everybody involved, man. No matter how you spend it. I love that it's usually our night to be together as a family. But when it was like, if it's daddy's night to have the kids and then it's mama's night, that's a whole different thing. I'm like, I don't want that. I would never want that. As cool as it was to have, have this quality time with them, I would never want it like that all the time. Like your absence was felt in so many ways. Like I could never fulfill everything that you bring to their life, no matter how hard I try. Can't do it. Can't do it. They need the mama. I need you. Our home needs you. Like it's like a missing piece in our puzzle. Like, and I could never fulfill it. Then, you know what I'm saying? And as happy as they was to have this one-on-one time with Daddy, when it was time for you to come home, everybody was excited. You see what I'm saying? Everybody was excited. And I think it would be similar the other way around.
Yeah.
Our kids have been blessed to have us both. You know what I'm saying? So it was just it was nice. I was happy that you went, but I was glad when you was coming back. You know what I'm saying? And I'm glad that you are back. And I hope you do more trips like that. You know what I'm saying? But single fathers, hey, more power to you guys. You know what I'm saying? I'm not knocking you guys because hey, life happens, and whether you're with the mama or not, you're a father, and you have to do your responsibility. And kids are blessings, so you continue to do what you gotta do. You know what I mean? But it is harder. It is more challenging. You know what I'm saying? And having a partner to keep you on the straight sometimes is good. So I appreciate everything you do, yo. You know what I'm saying? And I don't want to have to ever be you with our kids. I like to go right back to my pocket and do daddy and know that mama's there to do the things that mama does great. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, I got a little crash course as a single father and I'm good with
Well,
it.
I appreciate you appreciating me, and I also appreciate you holding it down
I
while
know.
I was
Hey,
gone.
last thing, and I'm glad you said that. So last thing, let me tell you something, man. It was just a picture you posted. Women, us men, we love to be appreciated. You know what I'm saying? As much as we love, even more, I would say that we love to be respected. And we love to be acknowledged for the things that we do. Cause it's hard being a father, it's hard being a husband. Like it's not easy, man. So you was out one night, and I don't need a whole lot of money and accolades and none of that, but like you was out one night and I went on your Instagram and you posted this picture that I had sent you with us at the table eating dinner. It was like a little video or
Yeah.
something. And you was like, thank you, at Barmy Kings or whatever, for holding down the house while I'm going. That meant everything to me, then. Serious. Cause the pictures before that was like you out having a good time, but then all of a sudden it was like us, and you was telling me publicly like, thank you for holding it down so I could go. You
Yeah,
know what I'm
the
saying?
world needs to know,
So I appreciated that.
Yeah, we a
You know what I
team.
mean? I really appreciated
Yeah.
that. And I thought that was dope that you did that. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, welcome back. Moving on from this here. So with this episode 40, right? And what I want to talk about is, where do we go from here? Because one thing, and I know you're gonna like this, but one thing that I said at work this past week had me thinking about our podcast. That's something that you've been saying. So we did 40 episodes, a lot of great content out there, a lot of information, stories, things that we've been through, changes. Like what changed in these 40 episodes? We're doing different things. Like, think about it. Like it's a lot that's
Mhm.
happened in these 40. But I was at work and I was talking to somebody about the like career development and everything, and I was telling them how much they have improved this year in regards to them sharing information with other people. So like speaking up in meetings, speaking up when they have an opinion. You know what I'm saying? allowing other people to see how good they are besides just me. And I was talking to him about it, and I was telling him how important it is for other people to be able to experience the fact that you're great and not just the person that you work for. So, and I learned this, but you tell people at work or when you're in that type of environment, like you have to network, you have to build relationships and stuff like that, because sometimes you might want to come to work and be like, hey, I just want to do my job. I just want to go in the corner. They pay me to be here 9 to 5. You know what I'm saying? Let me do my work, do it well, and go home, get paid. That's cool. Nothing wrong with that. But not everybody gets to see how great you are if you look at things like that. You got to go out there and present. You got to share with people. You're great, but nobody sees it. So it's like a twofold thing. You got to be great at what you do, but what if nobody ever saw it? I started thinking about the podcast. You know what I'm saying? We got a really, really good podcast. I don't think nobody does it like us. But what if nobody ever hears it? Nobody, if nobody ever sees it? You've been telling me, what do I want to do? Like, how do we get it out there about what we're doing? Like, what's our plan? You know what I'm saying? So we got to do these 7-figure podcasts, David Shands. We got to finish that
Can we? Can we?
ASAP.
Can we?
ASAP.
Can we? Since we don't have any plans this afternoon, can we do
Yes.
like an hour or two?
Promise. Yeah, we got to
Maybe we
finish
can
that.
commit to like an hour a week.
And
I
we
mean,
got to
not a week,
finish
an
it.
hour every day
I got his name
this
right,
week.
right? David Shands?
Hmm.
Right. We have to finish that because what do we want out of the next 40 episodes? You know what I'm saying? And if anybody's listening to this and you love our podcast, share it. I don't even say that a lot, but in all honesty, don't just listen to it and then turn it off and go about your day. Tell somebody about it. Help us grow. You know what I mean? Let somebody know that there's two people out here that are married, that's got kids together, that's got businesses together, that do everything together, and they share literally the real of life, the good and bad. And it can really, really help you. You can learn a lot from us, and we want to learn from you. But we got to be more aggressive. Like, we got to grow this thing. It's got to be an urgency to it because our message is only as good as if somebody hears it. You know what I'm saying? And I want to think in the next 40 episodes more like that and do and have a more concrete plan with you on how to grow what we're doing. Because it's just like the thing at work. We have great conversations when we pour, you know what I mean? We are very authentic. We share a lot of stuff about us, our family, our kids, our experiences. But if nobody hears about it, you know what I'm saying? What is it doing? And it's okay for you to say that. So I'm not even mad that you've been saying that. We gotta and what look, we're new to this. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But we want to be impactful to people, right? How could we do that if they never heard us? If they don't even know that we're there?
Yeah.
So I want to dream big. I'm gonna stop there, but we're gonna figure this out. But what do you want for our next 40 episodes from this podcast? Because when we get to episode 80, what would you have wanted us to do different in like these next 40? You know what I'm saying?
I'd like to create a community,
Mm-hmm.
um, something tangible, like some sort of platform where we can start to talk to our listeners, see what they want to talk about, like just something more interactive. I would definitely like, I would like some sponsorships,
Mm-hmm.
not just anything, but something that we like, whoever our sponsors are, stuff that we actually use or stuff that we actually believe in, not just
Well, I already know who one
random.
of them should be.
What's that?
Aldi.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have a list somewhere of all the brands that
You
I
know what?
just
Let me know who.
love.
Yeah, what brands do you love? Like, I want to stop there because let's dream big. Then, like, we talk about dreaming big on her, but like, we want sponsorships. Who would you want your sponsorship from? What brands did we really pour our money to? Old is definitely one of them for
Yeah.
sure. What else? Couple that come to
Um,
your head,
I
things that
don't.
we believe in.
I'd have to find my list
Well,
of
we
brands
we
that I'm
come back
loyal.
to that.
I'm loyal to Mary Kay
Oh yeah,
skincare.
you've been using that forever
Yeah.
since I met you, and you was used to sell it. You used to sell it. You
Yep.
know what I
Yep.
mean?
I would do a sponsorship from them.
Mm-hmm.
Um, what stuff do we use faithfully? I don't know.
We do use some things faithfully. I know
Yeah.
we could be getting a Dunkin' Donuts a lot. I tell you that. Not for the donuts, for the
For
coffee.
the
Y'all need to
coffee,
chill.
guys.
Y'all
The
need to
coffee.
chill with that. But We could get a sponsorship from them.
Mom's Organic Market,
Yeah,
where I get
we
all
go
the
there.
fruits and vegetables from.
Hmm.
Um,
We should go there because these are the things that we use. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
all the time.
For sure.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? So yeah, I do want to. What else would you want? So you want to grow this community? I like that. I want to hear from people, and we're not doing enough to like hear what people are thinking, hear the things that they're going through. Like that's I agree with that 100% because that's one of the things that I really wish our podcast had right now is like I want to hear about other people that's going through the ups and downs and be able to help people more and be able to
yeah,
have them help us as well because we don't know everything. You know what I'm
right,
saying? We know a
right.
lot because we do a lot of the big components of life together, like kids and family and relationship and money. We make money together. What we are together. We got businesses together. You know what I'm saying? We take vacations together. Like everything that we do is like together and we cover the
Yeah,
big things. But I do want to be able to hear from other people. I do want to be able to help other people. I definitely, and I'm going to say this, I definitely want to tap into the fact that something you said a while ago, and I'm going to bring this up. I don't even know if you remember this, but I was telling you about how I feel like we're the minority in things. And a lot of people don't look at things the way we do. And you said that is who we're listening to. Like there's all people out there that think a lot like us, but are we going to the right channels to connect with those people? You know what I'm saying? Are we gonna necessarily see it when you open Instagram and scroll? Probably not. You know what I mean? Are you gonna see it on YouTube and you see the top videos? Maybe not. You know what I'm saying? But like people that really believe like I'm gonna be authentically myself. I'm gonna do what I genuinely believe that I am and not what other people's gonna like or double tap or anything like that. I'm okay to say that I'm a Christian. I'm okay to say that I don't believe in some of these other things like men and women should be married to each other. That's what marriage is. You know what I mean? We still raise our kids in a certain way. We don't want them to be exposed to certain things that's in the school system now. Like a lot of things that we think are not popular at all. But are we the only ones like that? No. So I do want to like connect with more people that are like us, that are not afraid to like just be really real. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? Just
Well,
be
I think
real. Like,
we could probably start with Facebook
yeah, it's
because we
a
do have a Facebook page that we do not use.
yeah,
So,
yeah,
and I think it still has our old podcast stuff on there that we need to
hmm
update.
yeah. But it's so much like lack
So,
of authenticity out there.
hmm,
Like, really, like it's so much of it. It's like at an all time high of like everything you see is like the same thing. It's like a version of the same. Women look the same. What people's talking about is the same. Like it's all like trend following. And it's always been like that. Even, you know what I mean, when we were young and stuff like that. Like, yes, like there's a group that's popular and you might want to follow what they're doing. I'm just talking about where we are now in the world we live in. Everything kinda is like the same. You know what I'm saying? And I just sit the women it's just so much of like and I just be sitting there like everybody can't be the same. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Everybody can't be thinking the same things, saying the same things. Where's the authenticity, excuse me, in people done? You know what I mean? Where is it at? You know what I mean? Where's that person that's gonna show you like, yeah, I got all of this on, but underneath this, I got problems. You might see me on Instagram today looking fine. I'm all curvy and everything, but I be crying at night because like me and my baby daddy ain't work out. Like real talk, like you're not always happy all the time. Like whatever. My granny used to do aerobics. I'm just getting somewhere, but my granny used to do aerobics. But like, where's all the women that like still just want to work out to be healthy?
right here.
Like you feel me? Like, but you ain't got no views like the ones that's just out there trying to like where the workout is like 85% cheeks and 15% workout. Everybody that's not everybody, but a lot of the people now, if you're following a girl online that works out, it's because she got cheeks. And the whole workout's about cheeks. Serious. The whole workout's about cheeks. I like cheeks. There ain't nothing wrong with cheeks, but that's the whole workout. You know what I'm saying? And if she's got 10,000 likes or whatever, she's doing some type of squat, and conveniently, the squat is not capturing her from the front view. right? Think about it. It's not like, hey, look at me, eye to eye. Let me show you how to do this squat correctly. Nah, the squat's behind her,
Yeah, I think
zoomed up
the
on the
best view
cheeks. You
would
know what
be
I'm
from the
saying?
side, so you can look and see if the
Right.
posture.
But nobody, it's not about the posture though. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just all cheeks. Like, where is the authenticity? Like, I just want to make you healthy. I just want to work you out. You know what I mean? I'm actually working out, sweating outside, no makeup, hair is messed up, like the average person who's working out. But nah, it's like glorified. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
You're working out, and it also looks like you could just change your clothes real quick and go to the club because your hair is made straight. You know what I mean? Not one hair is out of place. Little bit of makeup on. You look glamorous, but yet you're squatting and the camera's rotating around your cheeks. Like, everything is the same.
you know all the details of these
I
videos,
do.
huh?
I do. But it's not my fault. It's what happens when I scroll on Instagram.
Hmm.
I'm just telling you, you know
Well,
what I'm
they
saying?
they they show you more and more of what you like to see.
Is that true?
Yeah, the
Well,
algorithm. It
well,
shows you what you want to see.
it's all right. I'm just telling you what happens. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
But either way, I'm not saying I'm not my man. I'm not gonna say I don't like it, but I'm just gonna say I know it's not real. It's not authentic. Like, and I'm not even knocking people that do it, but what I'm saying is that it's just an all time high of like what you have to do for like getting noticed and popularity. Like, and that happens. Like, I'm not saying I hate it. I'm a man. I don't hate it. You
You
know what
want
I'm
me to
saying?
do that?
Depends. Like, if that's what you want to do, like, you know what I'm saying?
Come listen to
If
our
that's what you
podcast.
authentically want to
No,
do, you know what I'm saying? But I wouldn't want you to do it just because you know that that's the way that we gotta get our name,
no,
because
no,
that
no.
ain't who we are. Like, but if you, I mean, you got cheeks. Hello. If you wanted, I'm saying, if you wanted to do that,
No.
you could do it. But that's what I love about you. You wouldn't do it just because that's gonna get you likes. For example, you had one video that went mad viral with you and Mariah had this dress on and you guys were like dancing a little, whatever you was doing or whatever. Wearing no cheeks sharing or nothing. But like you could have ran right after that and like chased the view. You could have started posting yourself in all types of outfits and trying to,
Yeah.
but you didn't. You went right back to posting our son. And I'm sitting there like, your likes are going up, your followers are going up. I even got pulled into it a little bit.
Mhm.
I'm real, you know what I'm saying? Because I was like, you need to post another whatever.
Yeah.
And you was like, nah.
Mm-mm.
You know what I'm saying? But you could have been like that. A lot of people would be like that. Oh, you like, I got 50,000 likes, 100,000 likes, or whatever it is on this video. Now all of a sudden they're searching it again. They're trying to recreate it. And you ain't care. So I like
No.
that about you. You know what
Well,
I'm saying?
I always think about God knows the heart, and one day we're going to be judged for everything.
Mm-hmm.
So, no matter what I post, I always think about, well, what's my intention behind posting it?
Mm-hmm.
So, if I'm posting something just to get views, well, I'm kind of glorifying myself.
Mm-hmm.
Why?
Mm-hmm.
Like, why do I need to do that?
True.
You know,
True.
versus when I post my family, like I just love y'all and want to share y'all with the world. Like there's a different intention behind it.
That's what's up, man.
So yeah,
That's what's
yeah,
up.
yeah. So I keep myself in check because I'm aware
Yeah.
you're gonna be
And
judged for everything one day. So you can't be.
and it's so easy to get pulled into it, then. It's so easy. I see how you try to sneak me on how I knew the details about that
I mean, you
workout.
was going all
I'm
in the
just
hair
saying.
be laying like
I'm
this,
just
and then the
saying.
angle of the camera be on the
Chill.
cheeks like this, and
Chill.
then the makeup. She look like she could go from this outfit and go to the club. All she gotta do is put some heels on. I'm like, okay, dang, you know more than me.
I'm just more verbal with it. Don't even play like that.
Hey,
Don't
listen,
play
it's
like that.
okay. It's cool.
It is cool. Is
It's
it though?
cool.
Is it? I mean, but anyway, you know what I'm
You just
saying?
watch what you double tap.
Hey, I didn't double tap it
That's all.
unless it's a good workout.
I ain't look. Shoot,
Either way,
I don't be looking like that in my workout videos. When I post my workout videos, y'all see me struggling,
but
sweating,
that's a real workout
little
video,
roll
though.
hanging out on the side, maybe.
That's a real
It's
workout
a real
video. But
workout.
here's the real talk as you try to switch it on me. Y'all, I want y'all to timestamp this. This is what I want to do, man. Everything is tight and you're feeling amazing about your body and all of that, and all of a sudden you got, you know, your followers is like 500K because everybody knows who Randy is, and there's so many women that identify with you and love how you put me in my place sometimes. You know what I mean? You got your little stands and everything, and everybody just wearing your t-shirts because they just want to be like Randy. I want to see if your content changes. All right,
Okay,
sweetheart. I'm just gonna put it
that's
out there.
fine.
So we can put it both ways. I want to see if your content changes,
Okay,
and I want to see if you could check if my content
sure
changes.
will.
Your favorite words. Do I all of a sudden start posting videos at the gym, no shirt on with the hoochie daddies? You know what I'm saying? With the hoochie daddy shorts. You
But
know
you
what I
don't
mean?
really post yourself working out.
I mean, it ain't nothing that I want to be
So
posting
no,
like
you
that.
can encourage people.
I could.
That's my intention, not to look at my body or anything, but hey, look, y'all, I'm struggling. I've been the same weight for the last 5 years. Okay, and I
Hmm.
work out constantly. Um, but
You ain't
I
posted
never
me
give up.
working out though.
I don't think you want me to.
That's why. See, you don't post me. That's my whole point.
But you don't want me to post you working out.
But I need to change that though. That's part of the journey, right?
Do you want to? Like, do you feel like you can inspire others?
Of course I can.
So
Look,
why don't you post you working
I
out
mean, I
then?
don't post a whole lot. Let's be real. I don't post a
No,
whole
you
lot.
repost a lot though.
I repost a
Other
lot.
people's stuff.
I do?
Yeah.
No, I don't.
Soccer, Kobe Bryant. Yeah,
Yeah, I
you
mean,
do.
but that's for my coaching page or that. We're getting lost. Look, I will. Look. I will post myself because you know what? I can inspire people. Like you know what I'm saying, and it is hard work, and I can share like my journey more with people, and I should. You're right about
Yeah,
that. You know what I'm
I think people like when you show your imperfections. Like, remember that
saying?
time I tried to make dinner and you was like, "I'm not eating that." I didn't have to post
Mm.
that, but
Yeah,
people
yeah.
might be like, "Okay, at least she's trying."
Hmm.
Maybe I'll try. Maybe I'll try making a smoothie, or like
Hey.
you don't know, but it's you have to try. You got to not be afraid to try new things,
Hmm.
and that's why. Hey,
But
look,
but you know what? But you know what though? Let's keep it 100 though. You know why I wouldn't like being posted in certain things, just like anybody else. And that's why we be real on our podcast. Like, why wouldn't I want you to post that? Why would you even have that thought? I don't think he would want me to post this. It's caring about the perception of others. And everybody gets pulled into that. Because in all honesty, I work out with you. If you posted it, you're not posting it because you know, like, oh, maybe his stomach don't look good. He can feel away. Like it's something you're thinking that I wouldn't like other people to see. But the more important thing is really this. Think about it. The fact that a couple months ago, you and I weren't in the gym together. We wasn't trying harder to be healthier. And now we are. That's the important thing.
right,
It's more people out there that are eating unhealthy, not taking care of themselves, not putting the effort in that can relate to somebody that's struggling to get to the gym every day, but they're going there, taking the family with them, getting a personal trainer and working out. Why not share that? That's all part of our brand with our
mm-hmm.
podcast too. So you know what? Post me, Dan.
Okay,
Post me because that's the impact. The impact is that's more impactful than getting to the final result and showing up online with my hoochie daddies on. You know what
right.
I'm saying? And no shirt. Like
Well, because that makes it about you.
that makes it about me. And that's not what we're doing. So why not show that, yeah, you got a 39-year-old man out there with 4 kids that coaches, that works, and's got 2 businesses, but trying to take his health better and
You have
trying
three
to do more.
businesses.
3.
We had the same
3.
conversation.
I know. That's crazy. Lord's been blessing me. The Lord has been blessing me. The Lord is blessing me in abundance. You know what I'm saying?
Amen.
I forgot. I forgot.
Well,
Thank
the
you.
other one is so new.
But still, it's
Yeah.
real. You know what I mean? I need to take credit for it. You know what I'm saying? But it's blessing me and I forgot. Now talking about real quick, talking about, not sharing your best version and all that. 2021 September, I'm scrolling through my phone actually today with my son, and it's a video of me in the gym seeing if I still got my jumper or not. And I recorded it and took a 3 pointer and I made the shot or whatever. But I didn't realize until today how much bigger I was when I took this jump shot. You know what I'm saying? And I'm looking at myself and it's like my hair situation wasn't too bad, but like my weight, the shirt I was wearing, the shorts I was wearing, the sneakers I was wearing, kind of terrible. You know what I'm saying? And I'm looking at it like, done. That's what I was looking like, and I ain't even realized. Like sometimes you don't even see what's happening to you over time. Like I'm like, yo, my face looks swollen, look like I took a salt brick to the face. You know what I'm saying? I went down on the floor afterwards after I made the shot and got close up to the camera, and I'm like, yo, I just look puffy, like, you know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? And I'm like, let me thank the Lord that I don't look like that right now. Let me thank the Lord that I look way more athletic now, even with trying to work on stomach and like I have a different body build.
Yeah, yeah,
You feel me? Like, and you have a different body build. I know you're not happy, but you look like you work out. Your shoulders are different. Your arms are different. You took a picture in Jamaica. You got big biceps coming out the yin yang. Yes, it's not where you want it to be,
right.
but sometimes the change is subtle and you're getting better over time. But like I have a different body composition. You know what I'm saying? I could see it. Like I look different. My this whole upper half of my body, like everything look different, even my legs.
Yeah,
And I'm like, me feel good about this. You know what I'm saying? And then we kept scrolling through pictures and stuff, and we was looking at stuff. When me and Mariah was like rapping Bad and Bougie like years ago, you know what I'm saying? And like looking at myself then and looking at videos when Kirby was younger and when Christian was young and Christmas from like '07, like I think it was like '09 actually. Like old stuff in my phone, right? And I'm like, thank you. Like that's what I was thinking. Like I'm got so many rich memories in life, and I'm happy that I'm been present in my kids' lives the whole time. I haven't missed much, if anything. And I'm like my life is real rich. You know what I'm saying? And going through these photos quickly, it's like sometimes you forget things. And I was like, I know what I felt like in that moment. So pictures of your mama there. Like we was just kind of sitting in the car after the gym before we left, just scrolling through my phone, and it just made me just have some more gratitude about the fact that I've gotten to live through all of that and be thankful for it. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? But anyways, you said you were scrolling through your
Yeah, I
phone
was
too.
doing something similar on the plane home,
Mm-hmm.
and because I was tired of reading.
True.
I read half a book though that I've been trying to get through for like the last 2 years. I started over completely. Um, but yeah, I started going through my pictures and stuff, and I've had some of the similar feelings. But I got to 2021 when my mom passed away, and during that time, I would like take pictures of myself crying because it was like kind of, I kind of like to document, but it's like the worst time, the worst thing I could have ever gone through. And now it's been, and her birthday's coming up,
Mm-hmm.
but it's been, that was 2021, 22, 23, 3 years, almost 3 years. Dang. And I was looking at those pictures and I was just like, wow, Lord, like you really brought me through. And I just had a sense of gratefulness. Just, and I started thinking about all the things that he brought me through. And yeah, it's just beautiful. I'm glad I have a relationship with God, and I was looking at baby pictures, little
Mm-hmm.
Christian kicking a soccer ball, just I'm just grateful for it all. Not just the difficult times that he brought me through, but just all the good times.
Yeah.
It's beautiful, and
Mm-hmm.
I am rich, like in love, in family, and just like my heart is full
Mm-hmm.
because I think that there were things that I've been through that could have broke me.
Yeah.
And I've seen other people broken by similar situations. And it's just, even going through like the loss of my mom, I knew that there was going to be better days, So I'm glad I have the pictures to show, like I was looking at some of those pictures like on Christmas, like you can tell I had been crying.
Yeah.
Y'all, my mom passed away December 11th. So it was what, 2 weeks before Christmas, but
Mm-hmm.
I can see in the pictures like the pain that I was going through, the suffering, and yeah,
Now you said even as you was going through that, and I never asked you why'd you even take pictures and stuff during that time, so you could tell me that too. But you said something just now. You was like, even when you was going through that situation, you knew that it would end up being better. Like you would be able to get through and get to some type of better space, right?
Mhm.
Where do you think that comes from? Like, do you think that that's just a result of you being a Christian or having a relationship with God? Like, and I asked that realistically, and I'm gonna be real quick, and then I don't want to take the shine from you, but like, I was raised 7 day, and one thing about being raised 7 day, which is a religion that does practice Christianity, is that you believe in Jesus. You know what I mean? You believe in God, and you're supposed to have faith that faith as of a mustard seed, as they say, that God will be able to take care of things and take care of you. You know what I'm saying? But I've been seeing things the last couple years with my mama that have reminded me like life could really knock you down, and you would need faith sometimes to get through certain things. And like it's hurt me because I know my mama, she's been struggling with clinical depression and you know what I mean, bipolarism and all types of stuff. And she don't have any faith that anything's gonna get better, no matter what. No matter what we do, no matter what environment she's in, whether it's America, Bermuda, like everything is like bad. You know what I mean? And you can get to that conclusion where it's like, because of what's happened to me or because of what I'm going through, life ain't worth living no more. And that's such a scary, and we don't have to really stay on this too much, but that's like a scary place where like you're still alive, but like in your mind, life ain't worth living no more. You know what I'm saying? And I think, to be honest, you could have been there with what you was going through with your mama. You could have been there. You know what I'm saying? It could have took you like my mama lost her mother. Like there's similar, like sometimes we as people, like we go through the same events, but one person comes out a different way than the other. My mother lost her mother in 2018. I lost my granny in 2018 to cancer. Like, you know what I'm saying? My mama had to go through watching her mama get sick and have to be there through that whole situation. You had to go through your mama getting sick. You had to go through saying bye to your mama. I was there. My mama had to say bye to her mama. But you are sitting here and nobody's better. It's just, why is it like that? But I just want to know from you, like, why did you even know that there might be better days ahead? You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to ask you in a way that I hope you're comfortable, but like, what would you tell my mama as to why she should think that there could be better days ahead for her?
I don't even know like what what I would say because I feel like I've said it all.
Mm-hmm.
But for me, it's just you have to know that there is a God and he loves us and he gives us a book. And in that book, there is every circumstance, every situation, anything that you want to know about life is in the Bible. So for me, it's okay, I'm going through a difficult time right now. I'm struggling. I'm suffering. I'm in a whole lot of pain. Okay. God told me this was going to happen. He tells us this. What does he have to say about it? And then you start reading the word and it's like, okay, you know, better days are going to come. Like this is going to pass. It's going to be okay when Jesus lost people when Lazarus died. He was weeping, like he was crying. He brought him back to life, but like he experienced the same things that we did. So for me, it's just knowing, okay, what does God say about this? I think just knowing it puts things into perspective, and you know that it's just life is going to go on, and it doesn't mean that things don't hurt you. But I know before this experience, I think the worst experience before losing my mom would be when we lost that baby when I was 4 months and I had to go to the hospital and deliver that baby. And for me, like that was the worst thing in the world at that time.
Yeah.
But even then I knew, okay, You're going through a difficult time right now. And I think there's also something about, like, yes, knowing the word, but kind of being able to step outside of yourself and view the situation. And it doesn't take anything away from it, but there's people all over the world who lose their parents. Like, it happens. It's a part of life. People lose babies, it happens. And um it's unfortunate and it's sad, but you just have to have faith. Like, okay, God, you said you get me through it. You said you wouldn't put me through anything that I couldn't handle. You said you'll always be with me. So just you just stay in that. Okay, God, you'll never leave me nor forsake me, Lord.
Mm-hmm.
And you know these things, and you pull from them, and that gets you through one day at a time.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then the other thing was the counseling, because I noticed even through all of that, I was struggling with fear of death.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, I do know I'm going to get through this. I know I'm going to be okay, but I keep thinking about death. I keep thinking about death. This is probably unhealthy.
Mm-hmm.
So then I did grief counseling. And in the grief counseling, I learned, yes, thinking about death is a part of grieving. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So I'm really right where I should be in this grieving process. I didn't know that I was going through the steps of grieving, but
Mm-hmm.
um so yeah, I would just tell anybody that's going through a difficult time that, like, you have to know that there's a God. Like, you have to know it, and you have to have a relationship with him, and you have to believe that what he says in the Bible, like, his word is his word. And if he says that he's with you, he is with you. Even if you can't feel him, you can't see him, he is there. So
That's what's up. What?
I'm just saying that's what it is. Like, I
No.
don't really know a whole bunch of scriptures
Yeah.
and
No. No.
where
No.
to find it in the Bible, but I do be reading.
But
I
I
know it's in
I
there.
would say that, you know what I mean, in the simple way that you can't get through things in life on your end.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? And when we try to do it on our end, that's when we get tripped up. That's when we get stuck, and we can't see how to get through something because we're the only one that's trying to get through it on our end. And I know we're about to wrap up soon, so I ain't gonna keep us over time. I gotta get to soccer Sundays today. I got soccer training, so I'm gonna keep it brief, but
It's Tuesday.
it's Tuesday.
We drop on Tuesdays.
All right. Well, I'm talking about I'm going soccer Sunday is today. That's what I'm saying. I have to get to soccer Sunday. That's what I'm
Okay.
saying. But anyway, what? But anyway, what I was saying is like find that community, but even before that, God loves you. God loves you. I admire you, Randy. You know what I'm saying? We can't get through certain things without God. Like he's the one that gives you life. He's the one that is the reason why we're all here for the time that we're here. You know what I'm saying? There's always a plan that's bigger than us. And sometimes when you don't know where to turn, that's where you need to turn. And does it stop you from having the hard moments that you have all the time for missing your mama? No. Does it stop you from crying when you hear a certain song or when certain things happen? No. Does it even just stop you from just being up early one morning like, yo, I miss my mama? Like you say those things a lot. But you do continue to push forward and find purpose in your life, and I admire you for that. I hope my mama could find a way to do the same thing. I know that mental illness is a real thing, and I know that from my own counseling lately. And I'm gonna be real with y'all. I'm been in counseling lately. I know that what's happening with my mama is something I gotta talk about. I ain't been talking about it at all, and I learned, and I'm gonna end with this, but I learned that my own fear with health and worrying about if I'm sick every time something hurts and everything is a result of a whole lot of undealt with trauma in my life. And I'm gonna talk about that. I don't know if it's next episode or whatever, but like I'm not crazy. I actually have this anxiety that's a term that's a health type of anxiety where when things are going wrong, you got a headache, your foot hurts or whatever, you just go to the worst possible scenario, and it's actually a form of anxiety that I have, and it's the result of all of this suppressed pain and trauma that I'm got, and that I actually have to start talking about it. So for the last 3, 4 years, I'm had a mother that wants to kill herself all the time. I have a mother that doesn't want to live. I have a mother that sees no reason to be here and feels like she's not part of this world, like she's not worthy to be here. I need to talk about that. How do I feel? Like, what has that been doing to me? And I know from counseling that even though you and I have talked about it, we haven't talked about how I feel. And that's being kept on the inside. And it's just like other things I've been through where I'm not going through that grieving process that you've gone through. You know what I'm saying? That's what counseling has shown me, that I need to talk about things. And I'm going to leave it right there because we'll be here for another hour. But you know what I mean? Mama, I love you. Grandma, we love you. We're in here because of you. You gave us life. You gave us so many things. I know Miranda always wants to honor you, Grandma. We miss you for sure. And I'll never forget how many times you told me in the kitchen that Miranda was special and that she was going to do something great. And I'm just blessed to be a part of it with her. And we're going to make you proud. And we're going to keep praying for our family. You know what I'm saying? And praying for ourselves and praying for everybody out there that's going through things, the ups and downs of life, and may not have connected with God or the source of being able to get through these tough times. But don't give up on it. Don't ever give up. Because you might give up on yourself, but God is not going to give up on you. So you shouldn't give up on yourself because you got a big homie out there that's literally never going to give up on you. So you don't need to give up. You know what I'm saying? Till next time, make sure you follow the Dax and Randy podcast on all platforms that's got podcast, Apple, Spotify. We on YouTube. Follow us on Instagram, Dax and Randy Show. You know what I mean? Make sure you show us some love. Share our podcast. We want to continue to grow. And we just keep it very, very real on our show. We appreciate y'all. Till next time. Peace. Make sure you follow the Dax and Randy Show on all platforms, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, on YouTube. Let us know what you're going through. This is the number one show for going through the ups and downs of life. We want to hear from you, engage with you. Till next time. Peace.